Yeah, and reviews are, again, as Kevin shared, very, very, very important, especially in our generation, because again, there's so many law firms, and the only way to differentiate yourself is reviews. And second is that reviews is the best conversion booster to turn leads into clients.
I think that's great. So another thing you mentioned to me was reviews. So something you've done to generate, and I know this is big for law firms because either A, they don't want to ask, or B, they have to ask, so they just don't do it. It's not part of their process. And so I see a lot of firms that have a couple reviews, and they're not a lot of reviews over time. And from a SEO perspective, local especially, you need to have consistent reviews coming in, and Google's looking at, are they often, were they recent, or is it 3 reviews 5 years ago? So tell us a little bit about what you're doing there to get these reviews and how that's worked out.
Sure. So for my first law firm, Mollaei Law, if you want to go Google it right now, I have 3,195 5.0 star Google reviews. These are all real reviews. Every single one was real. I never even had to ask any of my friends to be able to leave me a review. And that started off with, I got a 1-star review about, I would say, 5 years ago. Wow. And at the time, I had no idea who it was, and I still to this day don't know who it was. I'm assuming it was just one of my competitors. And at the time, I only had like 4 reviews. So that kind of tanked my reviews. I looked everywhere. I'm like, how can I get rid of this review? And I realized the best defense is a good offense. So that's when I went on offensive to collect as many reviews as I could. And I also had an epiphany early on that the best place to get reviews is on Google, not on Yelp, not on Trustpilot, not on Facebook. What would you collect reviews on those platforms?
Not on Avo or none of those other platforms.
Right?
Yeah.
And all those platforms rely on Google to get their traffic. So why would you go to the second source? But anyways, started collecting right? Started collecting reviews on Google, and ever since then, also I came up with a very nifty way to be able to ask reviews, which I'll be sharing with your audience shortly, and on automation that automatically does the asks for me and the follow-ups. So first of all, let's start off with the script. The mistake that a lot of lawyers make is that when they ask for a review, they send the link along with the request. But the problem is that people are inherently lazy. It doesn't matter that you've been an amazing lawyer for the past 2 years. When you finally ask them to do one small favor, people are still lazy, right? Most people don't leave reviews. So instead, what you want to do
It's not a priority.
It's not a priority at all. It doesn't matter basically how nice you were to them for the last 2 years. Instead, what you want to do is to break down the ask into 2 asks. The first question is, hey, do you mind if I send you a link to leave me a review? And that answer is much simpler to answer. More people are going to say yes. It's a very simple yes. And once you get the yes, then you send them a link to leave your review. That is very subtle. If you can just do that.
Now they have a responsibility to you.
Yeah, and they committed themselves. So it's a micro commitment to make them way more likely to leave you a review versus just, hey, leave me a review. Here's the link. That's just very hard for people to do. Get a yes. I'll share the actual script. Feel free to take this down and use it. Awesome. Here it is. The first word is personalized. So just say their name. I'd like to ask you for a favor. Would you please mind taking a few moments to write a review for me? Your comment will help others know what to expect when they're looking for the service I offer. Now here's the kicker. May I please send you a link to leave a review if that's okay with you? Question mark. You end with that question. Very simple question. And then once they say yes, then you send them another email and you say, great, thank you so much. Here's the link to leave a review. I really appreciate you doing this. I'll be sure to return the favor when you need assistance in the future, which is a little bit more psychology. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back kind of idea. So that's a specific script. Again, feel free to rewind it back 30 seconds to write that down. And the second part is I use a cool tool called Mixmax, which automatically allows you to send follow-up emails instead of Gmail. So that, if they don't respond back to the first email, then automatically it keeps asking them until they respond back. And then once they say yes, then automatically continue sending them the link until they do leave a review. You use that script plus the automation. I promise at least a 40% conversion rate, at least getting 40% of your clients to leave a review. And that's how I've been able to, at least for this law firm, I got over 7,800 clients, 7,000 or 8,000 clients for this law firm. And right now I have 3,000 Google reviews. That's how I have so many reviews.
Yeah, I mean, almost basically half of your clients.
Almost half. Yep.
That's amazing. So I just wrote that down. Everyone listening, I just wrote it down myself because
just implement it. So do it.
We ask for reviews for our clients, and we have, we don't see that many clients. We have 70 clients, and we sign a few a month, right? So, but it's making sure you get those reviews and you ask for them is super important. So and especially if you're a high transaction firm, business law firm, something like that, you're doing smaller things and you might not spend as much time with them. You need to make sure that this is effective. So I think this is great.
Yeah, and reviews are, again, as Kevin shared, very, very, very important, especially in our generation, because again, there's so many law firms, and the only way to differentiate yourself is reviews. And second is that reviews is the best conversion booster to turn leads into clients. Anybody who's considering you, that's the biggest thing that's going to, increase that conversion rate. And then the other way that I kind of look at it is it's a very positive feedback loop. At the end of your clients being served, the more reviews you get, the more likely to get clients, and the more clients you get, the more reviews you get, and it kind of feeds itself. So if you're missing that kind of the last component part, you're going to stay stagnant. But if you turn it on and you have this automation set up, you're always getting more reviews, which gets you more clients and more reviews. That's how you're able to kind of scale quickly.
No, it's excellent. And not to mention all the other effects it has on, organic local search. If you're in a city and you got the 3 listings in the map pack, where you fall in that is important. So it helps you in so many ways. And Google invests a lot of money in their platform. So you got to get Google reviews. I think that's a great tip. So yeah, rewind this back, write down that script. I think it's ingenious. I'm going to apply this myself. So I think that's great. Well, Sam, you shared so much. Let's talk about the book one more time. Make sure people can go find that. So Virtual Law Firm Secrets.
Yeah.
Just came out. This is the first time anyone's heard about it.
If you don't mind, I'm going to tease just what the chapters are about, because I feel like people hear these things. So chapter 2 is how to eliminate distractions and stay focused in a busy world. So a lot of lawyers are very busy and they get distracted left and right by social media, their phone, and emails. I've been able to give a very practical ways to be able to how to cut out those distractions, again, on your phone, social media, and your emails. Chapter 3 is how building the biggest asset for your law firm, which is basically your dream team. How to hire virtual people successfully. Chapter 4, cutting edge automation tools to help you automate your law firm. These are all the different ways that you'll be able to automate your law firms to be able to save time and money. Chapter 5 is how to break free from email jail and only answer 5% of your emails. This is really cool. A lot of lawyers stuck in their email inbox. I've been able to free myself up from my email inbox. Very cool way that I've been able to do that. And this one only answer 5% of my emails, and it is completely possible. Chapter 6, 100% automated lead follow system to help you sign up more clients if you get leads. How to create those lead automation systems. Chapter 7, which we talked about, how to get hundreds of 5-star Google reviews. And chapter 8 and 9, 8 and 9, there are a lot of mindset kind of shift things that I've noticed that make a big impact for our law firm owners. If I drive those 2 ideas into your head, then you'll to again grow much faster. So a lot of secrets buried in this book.
Well, I think that's a no-brainer for everyone to go take a look at that. If you took one, for me, if I read a book, if I take one thing away, I can apply. It's worth its weight in gold. But usually you want to pick it back up, read it again. Oh, there's another thing. I got some books where I've read them multiple times and just keep getting more stuff out of it. And so it sounds like there's tons of good stuff in there. And if you're not ready to do a virtual law firm, you're not ready to do some of these things, but some of these things you need to start applying. You need to start looking at getting away from just referrals. It's just not going to work for the long haul. And you said something about where, that's going by the wayside, and you got to look at some of these, depending on where you are, a lot of new folks are moving into cities and moving out of cities and moving around, and those referral sources aren't going to be always there. If I move next door to you and I don't know you, I'm not going to ask you for a law firm referral. I'm going to go to Google, or I'm going to search, or I'm going to be on Facebook or YouTube. And now I'm either going to get scooped up by someone like yourself, or someone that's going to be at the top of the searches that's going to be found. So all good tips. Sam, anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
If you're a law firm owner, would love to talk to you. So all you have to do, if you're interested in these things, just go to legalfunnel.com to be able to, thank you, Kevin, to be able to book a call with us so we can tell you more about the program. We've been doing this for 3 years. We have over almost 400 lawyers who've been through our program, sharing all these secret sauces and helping them implement these things. And also, if you've been somebody who's been following Kevin and Array Digital for the last couple of months, maybe the last couple of years, definitely just go book a call, just a simple conversation. I'm sure you'll be able to provide good advice up front, even sometimes you can't take them on as clients. Kevin, you give them good advice. It's 100%. Free. Go book a call with Kevin. Yeah, risk free, pretty much.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I would say reach out to Sam. Go to legalfunnels.com. See what his program's about. Take a look at it. Sign up for it, or at least give them a call. Obviously, for us, tune into the podcast. If you just have questions about what we do, maybe you're starting a new firm and you're like, I don't even know where to start. Go to our website, go to arraylaw.com, or reach out to me on LinkedIn, Kevin Daisy. I always check my LinkedIn. I respond to people. And if you just have questions, I talk to firms all the time. I talked to one the other day. She speaks Spanish. She's down in Miami, has all Spanish speaking clients. Her budget's only $600 a month. That's not something we can work with, but we're putting together some program stuff for her. We're gave her a plan of where she can grow and get to where she needs to go, so that we either can help her or she's just going to grow on her own. But I see a lot of folks that are stuck in that spot. They're like, well, I can't hire anybody. I can't spend advertising dollars. What do I do? And they're just kind of stuck. But they're great attorneys. They care about their clients. So, talk to either one of us and we'll help you out. And I think Sam's program will definitely get you going.
Yeah, something has to give. For most people who feel stagnant, you have to do things differently. If you can't expect different results doing the same thing. So go mix it up. Go talk to more people, spend more money, do innovative ways. The most successful lawyers that I see are just doing more, and that's because they're not scared of new change things. So yeah, definitely have those conversations.
Excellent. Well, Sam, thanks you so much for sharing a lot of good stuff here. So yeah, you probably have to watch this episode again. It's going to be available on our YouTube, on my LinkedIn, on Facebook. We'll have a live event. If you're watching this now, it's already been put out. It'll be in our newsletter, but it'll live up on our website, arraylaw.com/podcast. It'll also be up on our YouTube channel. And then Sam, I'm going to give him the download. He's going to put it out for his own purposes. So connect with Sam, connect with me. If you got any questions, I'd love to talk to you and see how we can help. So Sam, stay on with me. We'll talk backstage. Everyone else, have a great day. Crush it. Think differently. Go download that book or buy that book. It's in my cart right now in Amazon. I'm going to read it myself. I don't even run a law firm, but I know I'm going to learn some stuff from it. So Sam, thanks so much. Everyone, have a great day.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe, and to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it. Go watch it.